Hello, guys.
We're live.
It's Tuesday. Hello to everybody. How is everybody? Did you all have a good weekend? We are here. We are live. It is Tuesday. It's 6:30. Well, just gone 6:30. And we are here for our Tuesday live. How has everybody been? What have we been up to this weekend? Well, while we're waiting for you guys to come on, we did a little trip to Brighton, did we not?
We did indeed. Who did we go with?
And my brother and his girlfriend Siobhan. So we went. It was my brother's birthday week. So we decided to go to Brighton for that weekend. Actually, it was a bit of a shame because the weather wasn't brilliant. It was a little bit windy, wasn't it?
It was windy, but that's normal by the seaside anyway. But I didn't feel too cold. I think maybe Siobhan might have felt it a little bit more. And I think at one point you did as well.
Well, it's a bit overcast. That's the thing. So when it's overcast as well, you really feel it a bit more. Hi, Charlie. How are you?
Hey, Charlie.
Right, let's have a little look. I think it was 270 was the last time. 470, I should say, not 270. It was a bit more than 430. Oh, 451. No, sorry, 450. That was it. Well done, Charlie. Hey, Touche, how are you?
Hey, Touche.
How are you feeling? You good?
Hope you're well.
Hey, Tommy, how are you?
Hey, Tommy, I hope you're well.
How you been? You all right? We were thinking of you. What were we watching? That thing on the deck?
That was yesterday. That was a Mediterranean deckhand. Oh, Mediterranean below deck Mediterranean.
Below deck Mediterranean. We were watching it. Is that Tommy? Is that Tommy? Could that be Tommy? How you been?
I doubt Tommy's doing a TV show, but
no, I know. But I think he'd be brilliant on the TV. So where are you at the moment? Are you still in the Med, or are you off somewhere else at the moment? And how are things going? Touche, slow and steady baby steps.
Oh.
Well, that's the best way to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the best way. So I don't know if Liam will be on later. He did his run, so I'm itching to see how he did.
I caught up with him.
Oh yeah, how did he do?
Yeah, he did really well. What's it he said? Let me tell you what he said.
So
maybe if Liam comes on,
he can tell us.
Let Liam tell you. But yeah, I messaged him to find out how he did and stuff like that, how things went and all of that type of stuff. But yeah.
So it was to raise money for colitis and Crohn's.
Crohn's and colitis.
So that's what he did. So we hope it went well. I'm sure we won't spoil the fun. Hope he will tell us when he comes on if he does.
If he does, he's free.
If he's not on at about, let's say,
let's give it time.
7:30. We'll assume he isn't coming on.
Yeah.
St. Cart, how you doing?
Hey, St. Cart,
you all right?
Well.
How you been? You well? Tommy said, I'm doing well, thanks. Currently in London visiting. Oh, you're in London.
Oh, nice.
My cousin from New Zealand, but lives over here.
Oh,
I've been doing a bit of work in the Med in the last 2 weeks, and I love below deck Mediterranean. Well, we were wondering that. We just wonder, how accurate is that?
That would be interesting to know.
Because you are a man in the know, so you've lived that lifestyle. For us,
that lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true. You're living that lifestyle. So for Kelly and I, we've got no frame of reference, so we don't know is that right? Are they playing?
I like to think that is, because you know how all these reality TV, it's made up some points, and a lot of it is scripted and stuff like that. There are some points that it's like a mixture. So I just want to see how on point. Like a lot of the hotel shows that I watch, like there is a lot of it that is on point. In fact, there's more risque stuff that they don't even talk about, and I can only imagine it's the same on a yacht for sure. But yeah, I want to see like how accurate is it?
Yeah, just out of interest as well. It's always one of those things when you watch these documentaries, you think, is that right? Were they playing up to the camera? But I'm imagining there's a huge element of truth to that. Every time I see St. Cot's name, I'm thinking Bruce. He goes, I'm doing good, thanks. Still drooling over those Donatella donuts. Oh, of course. So, what was I going to say? As you guys may or may have not seen, we did release the Donatella video.
Yeah.
We did. Now that, funny enough, we did that one a few weekends ago. Actual fact, we shot that the same day we did Prezzo.
We shot that the same day, and we did a little collab with Richard.
Yeah, that's right. So so if you're wondering, no, you're getting a biscuit. So if you're wondering why we're wearing the same clothes, that was why. But as I said before, that for us is the best donut place in London. So Tommy, I know you're in London at the moment. If you get a chance,
I was about to say,
if you get a chance, that is the one thing I would definitely try is Donatelier. You can, if you don't like it, I get it, but you can blame us. But definitely give those a try.
If anybody's wondering, I'm gonna have like the Borders biscuits because I really like these. I even like the chocolate ones, and I'm not really I love chocolate, but not so much chocolatey things. But I love these, and I love the chocolate version of these biscuits. Really nice.
Right, now this is interesting. Tommy said, well, to a certain extent, it's quite accurate, but it's a bit scripted,
Yeah.
as is all for the cameras.
Yeah.
Characters are usually a few weeks, charters are a few weeks longer rather than a few days.
Right.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. And I did wonder if it's scripted because there's always action going on. There's no boring bits going on. So I did wonder if there's that bit. Tommy said, when it comes to the work, though, they do is quite accurate. Right, that's quite good. It does look. Do you know what? It does look like a really nice lifestyle. It really. I can totally see why you would do it. It looks like hard work because you're constantly on the go, and I can see that as well. They're constantly having to go back and forth and back and forth. We're serving people, but it does. The lifestyle it has though. It does look quite fun.
I think I would like to be the person that's being served first of all.
Well, Kel Surprise.
Obs. But if I was to work in an industry like that, I think I would like to work on a ship, or back in a hotel. But I don't think I could work in the service industry again. To be honest, I think when you're young is the time to do it. So if you're young and you like to travel and all of that type of stuff, I think working in hotels or working on a ship, or like Tommy's doing, working on it's the perfect time. I feel like you're resilient.
Yeah.
And you have the tenacity of youth.
Well, you've also got energy.
Yeah, you've got the energy, the tenacity of youth, the everything is still like wild. You're like, what? You know, and I feel like it's a real fun thing to do. I don't know if it's the same for Tommy, but when I was working in a hotel, it was very poorly paid. And I think that's what made it fun, if that makes sense. Sometimes in the poorly paid jobs, you kind of make and do your own entertainment. And so, yeah, and it's a bunch of young people together, and it's just, yeah, not always. The people who work in hotels and on yachts and stuff, they're not always young, because obviously you have your more experienced people working who are supposed to keep the younger ones in line. So there was a documentary on a few years ago about it was about a hotel in Liverpool or Blackpool, might have been Blackpool, something like that. And the general manager was strict, but that's how they were back in the day. They were really strict. Like I had one, and she was so strict. But she really didn't like me. I don't know why, but she really, I was about to say something, but anyway, she really didn't like me. And I was just like, oh, I'd been working there for 4 months, and I remember sort of speaking to my parents, to my mum, my stepdad, and my dad, and I was just like, oh, I don't like it. And they were like, it's your first job, and then my mum would be like, oh, I worked here for 10 years and all of this type of stuff. And I almost, I'm not a quitter at all by any stretch, but I tell you, I was this close to just like, do you know what? This is not worth it. And then, and her name, I'm going to tell you her name was Alison. She was like, oh, I couldn't remember her name for a moment. I could remember her last name, but not her first name. And then she left. And then the person who I wanted to be the duty manager, not general manager, sorry, duty manager, he came on. He was duty manager, but he was also the duty manager that looked after the staff and the other duty managers. So he was the highest level of the front office. And it was so good, and it was so much fun.
Oh,
and it was
that's always good when you've got someone you like.
It was just so different. And yeah, it was really good. But also what was good for him really was that he was working with people that were focused and all about customer service and all of that type of stuff. So we messed about on our own time, but when it came to work, we like really worked. So, and I think that sort of thing makes it easier for the manager. They don't feel that they have to micromanage or keep you in line and all of that type of stuff. Whereas with Alison, she felt that I don't know, she really disliked me. I don't know why. And she kind of zeroed in on me a little bit, which was making me want to leave. But yeah, in the end, yeah, she ended up leaving, but it was really good. And I had so much fun. I was there for about 3-4 years, and it was one of my first jobs. And yeah, it was so, half the stuff that went on, I was like,
does this resonate, Tommy? I was going to say, where are we?
Well, nothing surprises Tommy anymore.
No, this is true. Two said, good choice of biscuit. So you've gone for your biscuit. You've also got this one, which you don't like, which is Viennese rolls.
Yeah, I bought it for you because you like them.
Oh, I do like Viennese
I don't
rolls.
like shortbread.
Evelyn, hello.
Hey,
how are you?
I hope you're well.
Tommy said, it's definitely hard work. I can imagine that because it looks like they were on their feet all the time. But it definitely pays off. Do you know what season of Below Deck Med it was? Or do you know what site? I didn't take. Did you pay attention to that? I didn't.
No.
Sorry, we don't know. Probably one of the latter ones though, because it was it was a group of women on there were being served food, and they were like being really picky. One of them was vegan and kept sending stuff back.
Because I want something more interesting. I don't want just avocado or whatever it was. I was just like, oh my god. Then there was a woman downstairs ironing all the stuff. And then trying on some G-string, and I was just like, oh no, but yeah.
V Singularity, how are you?
Hey, V Singularity, how are you? I hope you're well.
We are good. How are you guys? Hope you've been well. It's lovely to see you again. It's lovely to see
Lovely
you.
to see you again. Welcome.
I'm glad I was able to make the live stream today. We're so glad to do it. How have you been?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Tommy said it's sort of the same for me. It really makes a difference when the captain is a nice person.
Yeah.
I've had captains in the past who have been really strict and traditional, and they've not been so nice. That I can imagine when somebody keeps literally a tight ship.
Yeah.
It probably, I can imagine that being really difficult because you can't relax. And I noticed that actually when watching the deckhand thing, the Below Deck Mediterranean, they are constant. The staff are they're having fun, but they're constantly on their feet, always on their feet. So I can imagine actually you've got to be really on it all the time, and you can't sit down for 1 minute before you get. Anyway, that's just what I saw from the show.
Yeah. It was good because I saw when they were talking about the menus and stuff like that, so they're quite organised in that sort of sense. And they were going through a list of things and all of that. And I guess to be a chef as well, and having to create new menus and think of new menus and all of that type of stuff, it must be really difficult. And it must be difficult to think of, because obviously you can only work with the ingredients that you have. And so I imagine that you only pick up ingredients every few days and stuff like that.
That's true. I was going to say, actually, because you're on the ship, you're pretty much defined. You can't go to the shop. So you'd have to go with what's there. Oh, that would get on my nerves. I'm sorry. But if I was cooking for a load of people and the one goes, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, I think, well, you can come and cook it then. Which is why I'm not a chef.
Yeah, that's truly right. But your whole thing is about customer service. That's the whole thing. The whole thing's customer service.
Tommy said that I couldn't even imagine being a yacht chef. It would drive me mad.
Right.
I think it would be with me as well. V Singularity said, I've been all right, thank you. Just been working very visual schedule at the moment. Oh, really? So they've got you working very, very hard.
Any big, good projects?
Yeah, let us know.
Are you enjoying it?
Tommy said, yeah, with what he was saying, that would drive me mad. I couldn't do it. And this woman kept sending stuff back on this show. She goes, oh, no, make something more interesting. And of course, he's there going, all right, what does she want?
The thing is, I think the other one said that spaghetti is like basic and stuff like that, which to a certain extent it is
beans a la toast
in that respect. However, what was interesting was that he then said, oh, we're going to do a raviolo. And I explained to Mark, well, a raviolo is just one giant ravioli.
Well, you want just one.
But that's a raviolo. Now, some people get confused because I've got Italian friends. And we went to, it was a pizza place, Napoli.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went there and we were in a group and I had 2 Italian friends with me. and they ordered the ravioli because it said ravioli, but it was only one that came. And then my friend said they should have said it was raviolo, not ravioli. And so I'm just wondering, when he was putting down raviolo, did he realise it was only one?
But when you buy Rolo, you got several in a pack.
Yeah.
Sorry. What the V Singer said, yeah, absolutely. I work with nice people and it's a cool atmosphere so far. I'm enjoying. Also have lots to do. The time is quicker, which I enjoy. That always makes the time go quicker when people are nice.
It's very important to enjoy your role. It's really, really important. And like, I have opportunities at the moment, and I just think to myself, wow, you know,
so there's a horsefly flying around, and I'm trying to.
It's a fruit fly.
Fruit fly.
But I just never would have imagined you being, sort of doing stuff like that, which I'm.
That's loving. A bit. You went on that. Yeah, it was really good.
No, which I'm loving. I don't want to say too much. Is what is the thing.
Hey Tia, how are you?
Hey Tia, I hope you're well.
How have you been? Liam, he's on. Right, Liam, this is your question. How was it? How did the run go?
I was about to tell everyone because I did message you. But then I thought, oh, let me hold back and wait to see if Liam comes on, and then Liam can talk about his experience and stuff like that.
So if anybody just joined, Liam did a run to raise money for Crohn's and colitis as well. So I thought that was really noble. Absolutely brilliant. Really well done. Let us know how it went. Pavan, how you been?
It's been a while. How are you? I hope you're well.
How you been? Hi, my beautiful lovelies. I hope you're well. Saturn's retrograde has been immense for me, from depression, brain fog. Oh no, post-trauma to weak health, giving myself grace through each day, sending you love. Well, sending you love back too. Don't look after yourself, Pavan. It's really nice to see you here. I was going to say, I'm sorry to hear that's it hasn't been working out well for you. But you're such a nice guy, so we're definitely sending our good vibes back to you.
I hope everyone can send you good vibes.
Yeah, we're sending you good vibes.
Bless you.
And if we could, we'd be sending you good cake. If we had good cake, we'd do it. We've noticed actually on the food. Now this isn't deliberate, but we've noticed more and more on this food channel. We're doing much more cake than actually anything else.
Well, I think because we don't. We also go to restaurants and stuff.
Yeah,
we've done more cakes recently because all of these viral cakes are coming out, and I'm like, okay, what's right? I've got to try this. I've got to try. You know the one I want to try? The giant one, the giant pastry.
What's the giant pastry?
The giant. So there's a giant croissant, and then there is a giant.
The giant croissant icing.
Pan au chocolat.
Yeah. So the giant croissant is huge.
It's huge.
Isn't it about £20 or something?
25, I think.
For a massive croissant.
Yeah.
So we do want to try that just to show you the whole great size. There is a cake shop that does a ginormous croissant. So we thought that would make a good video. So £25 on a croissant. But we just thought we would do it just to sort of show you guys what it's like. It's actually interesting. So a guy came round to do our boiler. And he was asking about our YouTube channel, so he knows. And he thinks you run the whole show. Well, you do actually. And he said to me, he goes, so is Kelly good on the camera? I said, yeah, she is. I think she is. You're a good fun. Yeah. So when she did, I thought, hang on a minute, I'm part of it too.
I think Mark talks the most on the channel. I don't even get a word in edgeways a lot of the time.
Been discussing you've been talking about your.
Because I told you, let me talk.
You've been talking about your thing.
Because I said, let me talk. Mark just talks.
This is not true. But yeah, Liam, sorry, go back to your thing. How was it? How did the run go? Kirsty, hello.
Hey, Kirsty. I hope you're well.
You good? You're right. So Liam said, I've done 2 runs so far. One is a 10.6 miles in total, so just under 50 miles to go. Of course, you're collectively doing it, aren't you? So going for 60 miles in total. That is amazing. Raised £560.
Wow.
Well done. That's absolutely brilliant. There you are, Pavan. Tushi sending you good healing and loving vibes. But no, that's absolutely brilliant, Liam. That is so good, and all for a really worthy cause as well. How did you find it doing the run on Sunday? Because it was Sunday you did it, didn't you? I believe.
Yeah.
It was Sunday. How was it? Did it go okay? Was it too hot? Was it a nice temperature? It was quite warm here in London.
I feel like Sunday would have been a good day to run, in the sense I didn't think it was too I didn't think it was over the top hot, but I wasn't running. That was Liam. So let us know, did you feel that it was too hot?
Was it warm enough? Well, so when we as we said earlier on, just at the beginning, we went to Brighton on the weekend. So we have got to let you know in a couple of weeks' time. We're about 3 videos behind at the moment, so I'm just trying to edit them as fast as I can go. So we did fish and chips on the pier.
We did do fish and chips. You can't go to the seaside and not do fish and chips on the pier. That's just crazy.
We did fish and chips on the pier. So we did review it. That will be a video coming up as well. So for anybody not been to Brighton or thinking about it, we did review the fish and chips on the pier.
Palm Court.
Palm Court, that was it. I knew it was called something. My memory's terrible, you know. I always forget that as well. And I did actually do, which I haven't had for ages, was oysters. So they had an oyster bar there. And I did do the oyster bars as well. So again, I did film that. You get to see me doing the oysters. Siobhan's face was so funny as I was gouging it. She's Liam said Sunday I ran 11k, was all right, went well. Today I ran 6k, was pretty hot. Are you running again today?
Wow, okay, because it's cumulative, is that right?
Yeah, no, that's what he's doing. Yeah, so the idea is when he gets to, is it 60k, then you've done, that's your thing.
Right.
Liam said, I love Brighton. I have vegan fish there. It's the best vegan fish I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
No, funny you should say that. They did do vegan fish and chips, actually, or they did several vegan foods on there, but obviously we didn't order it. I should have filmed the menu, and they had a specials board, and I didn't film the specials board because it was so busy in there. I should have done it. But yeah, so we did the one on the pier. Liam, I don't know which one you did. There's loads of fish and chips.
Yeah, there's in every seaside there's loads of fish and chips, but there is one place that I want to try, which is in the Arches.
Yeah.
And I will try that at some point whenever we decide to go back to Brighton.
Pavan said, divine healings back to you and wholehearted thanks so much, Mark and Kelly. It means a lot. No, we do. We really do hope things go well. I'm so sorry to hear that it's not been great for you.
Yeah.
So we're definitely sending you a positive vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. If I had cake, I'd be I don't know what to say cake. 96.5 kilometers going to run in total. I thought it was 60k.
Oh, wow.
96 and a half.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
That is a lot.
And I wish you nothing but luck.
Yes.
Honestly.
That's very specific, Liam. Is there a reason why you're doing 96.5? Does it tie in with something else? But no, it's just interesting to do 96. That is really, really impressive. Yeah, and like I said, feel free to keep putting your
and let us know how you're doing and how much you racked up and all of that type of stuff. If you want to put any of the donation bits in, feel free to do that. Happy for us to. We're happy for you to do that. So that's what we did on the weekend. We did Brighton. How was everybody else's weekend? What did you guys get up to? Did you do anything exciting? Did you go anywhere? We also did a mini barbecue. Oh yes, we did on the Sunday. We did on the Sunday. Very quickly. And I did what you call it, pork, with the crackling and all of that. We have showed that. How Kelly does it on the live before. I did it salted pork this time. I see. What, Liam, that makes sense. I thought that's very specific, but of course it's kilometers, right? So that equates to 60 miles. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Kirsty said, I'm well, thank you. Up and down today. Oh, okay. Meet up with friends was rained off today, but booked a great deal for our favourite hotel in Tenerife for next year. So something to look forward to. Well, it was rained off, but looking on the bright side. Yeah. There you are. Yeah, we go to Lanzarote, so we've not been to Tenerife, but I do one day want to go to Tenerife. Yeah. Have you been to Tenerife before? I think Evelyn, you went to Tenerife, didn't you? Because she was going to go to Lanzarote. I was like, don't go to Lanzarote without me. That's our place. So I think she went to Tenerife instead. We've not yet. Is it as good? So when we've gone to the Canary Islands, we've always gone, like Kelly says, Lanzarote. We've not done Tenerife. So guys, do let us know what Tenerife is like. Would you recommend it? Well, did she do Gran Canaria? Oh, she might have done Gran Canaria. I think she did Gran Canaria before. She might have done. Again, we've not done Gran Canaria either. What's the other? There's another island, and I forget.
Tenerife, Gran Canaria. There's one more.
Fuerteventura.
That's one, yeah.
There's also Las Palmas.
Oh yeah, Las Palmas. Yeah, that's true.
There might be another one. I can't think, but those are the three that are the most popular, which is Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, Tenerife. Oh, and Fuerteventura. Those are the most popular ones.
Liam said, "Oh, you're going to get a medal in October. Well deserved, I feel. Well deserved, because I think you've done so well. 60 miles, 96k is absolutely incredible in total." Tommy said, "I travelled to London on Friday and I'm here till tomorrow." Oh, it's a shame you went into the weekend. Oh no.
No, he was here for the weekend. He travelled in on Friday.
No, because we were in Brighton.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame actually, because if you get a chance, Tommy, that is our recommendation. You're seeing the Donatella donuts we did. I know you're probably not around in central London, but that is definitely our recommendation if you can do.
And going to Fortnum and Mason and trying the Bertha.
Oh yeah.
It's only there. It's a limited time. It's only there. I was watching a TikToker that went, and he goes, "Oh my god, I've been going every." He went yesterday, and then it was sold out. So he went today, but he went earlier. But he went at the end of the day, so of course it was sold out at the end of the day. So he went earlier, and he said, "Oh my god, it's amazing." However, it's not the best chocolate cake that he's ever tasted, but it's really, really good. And he goes, 24 layers. It's ridiculous. Then he weighed it. Goes, it weighs a kilo, which is true. It is quite hefty. The cake.
Oh, for a cake, yeah.
The Bruce, the Bertha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We noticed that actually, didn't we, when we were carrying it? It is really,
it's quite hefty.
It is heavy. It is. Siobhan goes, "My God, that's a brick."
Because we bought one for your brother.
Yeah,
for his birthday.
Exactly.
So we bought one for Ben. And I don't know if they, because what was the other cake that I bought him? And I never found out whether he liked it.
Julien.
No. The other cake before. So I bought him a cake a little while ago, and I thought, oh, I must ask him how it was, and I can't even remember the cake. I don't think it was a Donatella.
We did buy them a Donatella. Not that we're obsessed.
The croissant, the honey croissant. That's what I got.
Oh, that's from
From Chestnut.
Chestnut, that's
Chestnut,
right.
Yeah. And I neglected to ask him how that was.
Where are we? So Tommy said, traveling. So he's here till tomorrow. Touche said, "Pavan, may I recommend meditation and deep breathing to help you, dear? A couple of little videos on YouTube have lots of meditations and ASMR to help calm you."
Also, the big round bowls, and then they do the sound, and it calibrates your body, your mind, and it's.
How's it go? Or just listen to that, Pavan, and that will help you. Surely that's going to calm you. But in seriousness, I think
I like listening to those.
And funny enough, I think I've told you guys as well. To help me sleep, I always listen to sea sounds.
Yeah,
that really helps me. But no, that's really good advice actually too. What Touche is saying, there are some real good and just white noise sounds actually, which really help. Depending on what helps you.
Yeah, depending on what it is. But I feel like with the bowl sound, it's almost like sound calibration to sort of like, help you and all of that. I find at the moment, I'm breaking out my skin is so bad. I'm breaking out in so many spots and stuff. Oh. And I was trying to think what it could be. And maybe it could be that the fact that I'm not sleeping, like getting to bed on time and having a deep sleep and stuff like that. And my body is reacting the way that it is.
Well, it's not so much for diet for us. I know people are thinking, well, you just guys eat nothing but cakes. That is just at the weekends. That is mainly at the weekend. Agreed, it's on some lives. But
I have to say, what's good is we haven't put on, I haven't personally put on any more weight, if that makes sense. So I've stayed the same size. But some of the food TikTokers, and there's one guy in particular that I love, all the places that he goes to. He's put on so much weight. And I just, in my mind, I just thought that could so easily be me. I'm big already, so there's no question on that. But I could be even bigger. And there are some food TikTokers, and this becomes your thing that you review. You try all these places, you and I love food, you love food, and stuff like that. But we also have to be really careful in the week, because if we know, and also we don't go out to eat every single weekend, which is another thing. But I feel like with this guy, he's going out every single day.
Well,
every single day.
It's funny you should say that. I watch a lot of food challenge guys, and there's one guy I watch. He'll do 2 food challenges in a day.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, if I stuff my face, if we go to those buffets, that's it. I am done. I can't eat anymore.
Yeah, but he does something specific so that he doesn't gain. That he doesn't.
Yeah. No,
weight.
not Beard Meats Food. This is another one. Beard Meats Food is very clever. So what he does is he calculates all the calories he's consumed, and then he takes it out for the rest of the week. So if he's had, say, 6,000 calories in a day, he'll then not that many, but 4,000 calories in a day. He then won't eat for a day or so. So he evens out for the whole period.
Okay. Because there are some people who know how to manage it and stuff like that. Like in my mind, so I don't eat 3 times a day. I might eat once or twice a day. So I don't eat 3 times in a day, and things like, there are little things like that. But sometimes I'm a bit naughty and I'll drink my calories instead. So I think, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna have a juice today, or I'm gonna have an iced tea today, or I'm gonna have a blah blah blah. And lately I've had them 3 days in a row. So in my mind I'm thinking, right, I can't have that again, if that makes sense. So then I try a couple of days not to have those sorts of things, because it's so easy. While you may not eat the calories, it's very easy to drink your calories, and sometimes it's really easy to do both, drink and eat. And I only like to eat things that are worth, as you know, I only like to eat things or drink things that's worth the calories.
Liam said, I saw Coraline in the cinema. Have you seen that film? No, I
Coraline.
Coraline, sorry.
No, Coraline. No, I've not seen Coraline. No.
I've not even heard of it. That's why I mispronounced it.
I feel like it's a Tim Burton movie, if I'm not mistaken. But no, I've not watched it. No.
I have to get that fly spot. There's 2 of them now. Where are these flies coming from? No, is it any good? Did you enjoy it, Liam? Would you recommend it? Liam fly. Tom,
he's gonna go like that. He's gonna hit me in my face.
No, I won't do it. That might be my excuse. Oh, sorry. Kirsty, I'm very jealous. I love Tenerife, says Tommy. Kirsty said, Tommy, we've only been once before, but it was surprisingly good. Lots of lovely restaurants and boat trips. Tommy said, I'm in Battersea, so sort of central. I'll try before I leave tomorrow. That's where Kelly grew up.
That's where I grew up. I'm an original Battersea girl.
Now, what would you recommend anywhere place in Battersea? Try the power station, because there's some bits and bobs to do there.
Yeah, but you're talking about Battersea back in the day. Battersea back in the day is not the same as Battersea now. But if you go to Clapham Junction, so it's a walk from Battersea to Clapham Junction, there's so many eateries now there, and there's so many restaurants and stuff like that. So like this evening, if you're feeling it, walk up to it's a little bit of a walk, but it's not that much of. I'm used to doing it. So because at the time there was no, so I used to live not too far from Battersea Village. And so for me, it was normal to walk from Clapham Junction down the Falcon Road into Clapham Junction. Well, it was normal for me to walk from Clapham Junction station. You're already in the junction. And then as you walk down the Falcon Road, and then you're in Battersea. It's about a 10-15 minute walk. But yeah, I grew up there, so I miss it dearly.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, actually, because you did tell me all around your little
So yeah, showed you where I used to live. I used to live in a high rise. We used to go to Battersea Park all the time when I was little, and all of that type of stuff. And there used to be a market. There used to be like this little not a food market, not like your food markets are now, but you'd have your groceries, you'd have your flour, like a traditional proper market. So you wouldn't go to the shops to buy all your stuff, you'd go to the market and buy all your stuff. And there was always a little market down there. And then markets markets died a death when supermarkets started stocking everything.
Yeah.
And like milkmen died a death as well when supermarkets were stocking milk, and you could get and that was the convenience, that you could get everything under one roof. You didn't have to go from this store to this store to that store, or to look for places that were the cheapest, like go to a certain butcher and all of that. And I think you know, mainly mums back in those days, because a lot of mums were housewives back in those days. It was easier for them to go to a supermarket rather than going to the market and stuff like that. But I do miss those days for sure.
Pamela said, yeah, Touche, I really appreciate your support and recommendations. I'm spiritual and I meditate daily, which does immensely, along with daily walks, helps immensely. Talking therapies go a long way, my love. I can imagine you being very spiritual.
Yeah.
You always strike me as a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that does help. I really do, Pamela. Once you get out of this, hopefully you just get out of this funk you're in as well. But you're always upbeat. You're always positive. So it's not nice to see you in this little
little lull.
Lull. Yeah, that's a better word. Lull. Tommy's asked a question for Kirsty. If you don't mind me asking, where in Tenerife? I love the boat trips. Touche, bless you to Pav. Yeah, I'm forever listening to is it Reki? Which is beneficial for the mind, body, and the soul. Meditation is a way of life, but also a spiritual practice and journey.
It is. I don't meditate. I've tried it once or twice, but it's one of those things that you have to dedicate your mind to, and you have to be in that calm. And I'm never really in that calm. I'm always sort of about thinking about things and blah blah blah. So I find it very difficult. And if I was to meditate, let's say I'm lying down before sleep or whatever, I would just fall asleep, if that makes sense. But I have done yoga classes where they do a bit of meditation and stuff like that. Again, I fall asleep. But I don't.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're normally laying down and they're telling you your mind has to blah blah blah. But it's a training and it's difficult. Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah.
Right, now going back to the spots, Tia said weather changes give me spots. Could it be that?
Well, normally seasonal changes or weather changes, I normally get a cold, and I haven't had a cold yet. And I've been around people who have had colds, and I've not caught a cold yet. Slight blocked nose, but that's about it. So unless it's manifesting unless it's manifested in a different way this time, I mean, it could be, but yeah, I've had like really bad spots. So much so now I've got lots of scabs all over my face. Here was really bad at one point. Behind my ears, a really bad one. Here on my chin's a bad one. It's just like, oh.
Where are we? So, Kirsty, where are we? Sorry, Kelly, sorry to hear that your sleep isn't good at the moment, says Touche. I hope that changes for you, love. No, thank you, Touche. I'm not talking about spots or stuff. For me, it's sugar. Whenever I eat bad things, I just go.
It doesn't. My stuff has never really been affected with regards to sugar and stuff like that. Obviously, my weight gets affected, but nothing skin wise or hair wise or anything like that will ever get related. But I mean, nowadays things are different. You don't know what you're eating, and you try to be a little bit more conscious, but
no, the stuff we're eating on these videos is all ultra processed, unless it goes to a nice restaurant, which we've got one coming up. I'll talk about that in a moment. Kirsty said, Tommy, we visited Las Cristianos, which has a great variety of boat trips and a lovely beach and restaurants. Would you recommend that, Kirsty, Las Cristianos in Tenerife? So Kelly and I, we've only done Costa del Carmen in Lanzarote.
There's only 2 restaurants that I would recommend.
But is Las Cristianos, is that worth visiting? Might be one for us to have one on a little thing. Tommy said, yeah, it's very nice here, it being Battersea. My cousin has been talking to me all the best places as he's lived here for about 4 years. Oh, you've got a guide. Have you got
because Chelsea's right next door to Battersea. But I feel like the best places are going to be at the junction. That's all I'm saying.
Well, but your cousin will know all about that because obviously he lives locally, so that is brilliant to have that. Touche, Kel, Battersea Bay, there you are. Sam, how you doing?
Hey,
good
Sam,
to see you.
I hope you're well.
Everyone said Sam. Oh, Coraline is great. Caroline.
I
see Coraline. Caroline is great. Said Liam. Right, I'll have to watch that if it's good. Thank you for the recommendation.
Is it a Tim Burton film? I have to. It's the one with the big eyes, isn't it? I feel like it's Tim Burton. It might not be.
Tommy said, "Oh, Kirsty, I love Los Cristianos. It's so nice. I usually stay in Costa. Is it Adige? And the last time I went, I stayed up north, and we hired a car and did road trips most days. So it sounds like both of you would recommend Tenerife. That is interesting. It's supposed to be the greenest, isn't it, of all the islands? It's got the most sort of greenery.
No, Los Palma.
Is it? I thought
it's meant to be the greenest. Yeah.
Where are we?
Fuerteventura is meant to be the least green.
Yeah. I thought Tenerife was the greenest anyway.
No.
Said, "Oh, husband uses meditation to fall asleep." For me, it's just having those earphones on and listening.
Yeah,
to the
you like really listening to the waves. Yeah,
it really helps me.
If I'm by the seas, if I'm by like a beach, like if I'm in Mauritius and I am by the beach, yeah, I will fall asleep to the waves, no problem. I'll be like, oh, just listening to it, and it's very peaceful, very, very peaceful.
Sam said, "Oh, just a quick hi to everyone. I'm having an awful time. Oh no, and a total nightmare. Please pray for my family, guys, and I love you all very much."
Oh, of course. Bless you, Sam.
Yeah, big love to you as well. So I hope everything's okay. I know
you're okay.
Having been real difficulty. I hope everything's okay, Sam. Drop us a message though if you want to. You've got our homepage thing, so we hope you're okay. But do look after yourself. And I hope everything's okay. We will definitely do that. It's really sad to see. Oh no, everyone's down. A few people are down today. It's not nice to see.
That we can cheer you up a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, and we've got no cake. Tu said, whenever I have a breakout, it's because my body is low or stressed.
Yeah.
Could that be the thing?
I think that it could. I'm not stressed, but I do feel tired. Like very, very tired. So I feel like maybe I could do with just like going to bed earlier or something. But sometimes I feel like going to bed earlier is not. Sometimes it's can you sleep in a little bit longer, or falling asleep. I feel it's important to fall asleep when your body wants to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's not always the case, at home and stuff like that. So yeah,
we are bad. So we've got into this real bad habit. We go to bed and you think in your mind you've justified, it's 10 o'clock, we're in bed, and then we stay up till midnight watching
TV or
TikTok or videos.
TikTok for me, I think that maybe that's what's causing all the, I don't know. But watching, I like TikTok. I'm telling you, it's addictive, and they've made it that way.
Where are we? Yeah, we do hope you're okay. We do hope you're okay, Sam. We're here for a chat if you want to, and for all of you guys, that's what we like to do. That's what we love about the community. Everyone looks out for each other.
For sure.
Where are we? Hope you're okay, Sam. Yes, said Tia. Tu said, here for you, Sam. If you need to vent, etc., you know where I am, love. Absolutely. But yeah, I hope you're okay. And it's not like you to ask for help either. So I hope everything is all right.
Yeah.
Tia said, oh, Mark and Kelly, I've never asked, but what do you do for work outside of YouTube?
I work in hospitality.
And I'm a professional model. No, I can say that with a straight face. Oh dear. In my head. So I work for a local authority. Yeah. So that was what I do I do for a living as well. I'd love to tell you something glamorous and tell you something exciting, but our YouTube bit is our sort of our creative element.
I think because Mark and I, if nobody knew, we met in an acting class
many years ago.
I have two soulmates. One is Mark, the other one is Evelyn, and we also met in an acting class. So I met my best friend and my best guy. I have several guys. Just this one at the top.
I was just available at the time.
How crazy is that to meet two people in the thing that you love to do? And I think that I always wanted to do acting and blah blah blah. It's the sort of thing has passed now, but I really had a bug for it at one point. I was like, oh my god, I really want to do acting. Anyway, it didn't turn out that way. But I just remember we were going on a lot of holidays. So when Mark and I first met, we started going on holidays, and then we started going on 2 holidays, and then we started going on 2-3 holidays and stuff
We
like
did
that.
indeed.
We were going to go to Florida, and I wanted
This is pre-cost of living crisis.
and this is pre-pandemic. And so I wanted to do a little bit of research, and it never ever occurred to me, oh yeah, just watch YouTube and let's just find out a little bit about certain things. So I was, first of all, I started watching YouTube to have a look at how our hotel would be in Mauritius. So we stayed at La Pirogue, and I found a couple of people, and I thought, oh my God. And then we were going to go to Florida. So then I started watching Florida. And there wasn't so much on Mauritius, but there were tons on Florida, on the theme parks. And I started watching this guy. And I just thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Why don't we do that? Why? Because we were going on so many holidays. And at the beginning, we were only first starting. So we didn't know the etiquette of YouTube at that time. We didn't know sort of like about, and we were doing like minute videos, 2-minute videos and stuff like that. And then later on, we started doing longer videos, and then the pandemic hit. And then we sort of like changed the structure of the channel to sort of cope with those times. And we were doing sort of like reviews and sort of like,
well, this is it. So during 2020, I don't think we did a single video. We really missed.
We
did 1 or 2, but yeah, but like I said, we kind of then started doing once we got out and about again, we were doing lots of food reviews, and actually, because Kelly and I love going out to eat, we really do, the bloody fly. We then started to do a lot more food review, and that's kind of what we've stuck with doing. So we do a mixture of things, but then we're now back onto holidays.
Yeah,
we thought, so Kelly and I had this chat, and we thought, well, do we now go back to holidays, do that? And we thought, well, no, we like doing the food, so that's why we launched the second channel.
Yeah. So this channel originally was going to be a holiday channel, and it was just going to be about trips that we do. And then I added the and things, because I thought if there was anything else that we wanted, because at the time I wasn't looking to be niche, and like I said, we were only finding out little bits about YouTube at the time. So when I said, Mark and Kelly's trips, tips and things, I thought, well, we're going to do our trips, and then we'll do little tips. And then if there was anything that we wanted to add on top, we could do that. But it was mainly going to be a holiday channel. And then, like I said, we evolved as time evolved, and we did like a few reviews during the lockdown, and then we did a couple of home videos. We did the one about the chair.
Oh yeah, the gaming chair. Yeah.
And then we did an afternoon tea for your birthday and stuff like that. So we evolved a little bit. And then we started doing food, and we said, you know what, let's do the food. And what can we do in London? What is it you can find in London? What is it you can do with London? And then there was this explosion of, food videos and stuff like that, and ASMR, like eating and things like that. And we just thought, you know what, we love food. We like going out and stuff like that. Let's sort of center around that. Then I was just like, do you know what, let's start doing lives. Like let's do these lives. And we didn't really know what we were doing. We were hesitant.
We still don't, but
yeah, exactly, we still don't. But we do learn as we're going along. Like now you've taken over the editing and stuff like that. So Mark will edit for this channel, and I edit for the other channel. And that's how sort of like we're trying to navigate sort of a little bit, and sort of still testing things, still sort of like trying to evolve really, and trying to be entertaining for you guys, making it interesting for us, and sort of hopefully doing good content. I hope each video we're doing good content, I hope.
But like I said, we appreciate each and every one of you, because
for sure.
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be doing the channel. We would without your help, your support, it really means a lot to us as well, and your feedback as well, because invariably it always does help for us to do. Sometimes I think, is that good? Is that video bad? So it always helps with it. We do get some I do get some blunt feedback sometimes from friends, so that does help. No, that's far too long. That's far too long. Well, no, do a bit more of this or a bit more of that. So it's always good. We'll never get offended.
No.
And we always do get a lot of people very, very honest in the comments. So we do get that too. So
I'm just like, the cheek. Sometimes they'll be a comment. I'm like,
I said, let it go. They're just giving us a feedback. That's fine.
No, sometimes it's not feedback.
Yes, but you know, it was always good, so we always do appreciate that.
Critique and feedback I can deal with. Rude, that's
but
like,
you're gonna have to accept that. You just said that.
Which is what I do.
Tommy said, I always sleep better on a boat than on land. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Now, I used to have an Irish friend of mine who used to live in County Cobe in Ireland, and he said that his house was by the sea. And he said that to me when he came to London. He really struggled to sleep because that he didn't get the sea sounds.
But I also think if you really think about it and think how we're born and we're in, you know, the tummy and it's all like,
yeah.
I just imagine then, you know, it would be natural to be on a boat, and it's like, and obviously, if as the older that you get, because you know, like some people suffer with motion sickness, like you do, and my aunt does, and my nephew does, and my cousin does, and your mom does, and stuff like that. And you're kind of training yourself not to be with the motion. But if you think about it, you were born in motion, if that makes sense.
I couldn't do Tommy's job because like I said, I get motion sickness. So being on a boat, I couldn't do. But I admire you for doing it because I couldn't do it.
I think you would be seasick for the first few days, and then I think you'd be fine.
No. Trust me, I would be constantly seasick. I'm really bad with motion sick. I'm like your cousin. He said the same thing. He just gets sick.
Yeah, but like you've never done it where you've done it long term.
No, but I have been on a boat. The longest I've been on a boat was 48 hours on a ferry. And I was sick for the entire time.
Yeah, but that's what I said. The first few days you'll be sick. Well, I don't think you'd be sick after that.
I think I would.
Because like even my mum, I thought she'd be sick, but she wasn't.
Admiral Nelson, who sailed the high seas, was terrible seasickness, and he used to vomit constantly. They were saying on his diaries. So
they didn't have quells and stuff that can help you. That does today.
Two said it was meant to be. It was meant to be, Lorraine. It was meant to be. Perfect time.
You and me, Lorraine.
Two said Back to the Future reference for anyone who didn't get it. Where are we? And 1.46 thousand later. Love you guys. Love you too. Exactly.
Thank you, Toush. Thank you.
Kelly, give yourself a pamper night, says Toush.
Yes.
You have to de-stress, detox.
I was using something and I just thought, oh, is it this that's giving me spots? Is it that? Because so I've got these like facial pads which I use quite often, but you know, sometimes they change the ingredients in things.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, is this what's causing it? And then I had some organic micellar water, which I told you we use this Yucca app, and it was, you know, above 70%, and I thought, oh, brilliant. But then I was wondering, is that good? So I bought a new micellar water, which is 93%. So I'm hoping that I'm going to do my face and then it's 93%, and we'll see. But my face is no longer clear. I've got marks all over because I used to have proper clear skin, properly clear for years. And it's only since the pandemic. Now my face is no longer clear.
When I get my chemical peel, my Botox, it will. Or will it take a lot more than that? So, changing back to the videos again. So as St. Cop pointed out, right at the beginning of the live, yes, we did the Donatelier video. Donatelier is one of our, bless, Toush said, still stunning, no babes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Donatelier is our favorite donut shop in London. It really is. If there's one gift, and I said it at the beginning of the video, we could impart to you, give these bad boys a try. If anybody can get down to London, that is our recommendation.
Yeah, Donatelier and the honey toast from Chestnut Bakery.
But yeah, which is amazing.
Amazing. It's a croissant. It's not honey toast, but it's a honey croissant. It's too good.
But we've been alerted to another donut place which we are going to have to try. You were showing me that on TikTok. What was it called?
Was I?
Yeah, it was you that showed me. Someone said, "Oh, this is the best donut place in London." So we thought we will be the judge of that. So at some point, we are going to make our way over to there, whatever it's called, and then give it a little try. So, but that's our little thing there. Now, I know that was just a one-off donut place as well. We do have coming up, which I'm editing at the moment, a new brunch place we found called Oxbow, which is near the Oxo Tower in Battersea, in Blackfriars even. And it was really good. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys that. So I'm just editing at the moment.
Oh yeah, you're still talking about it now.
Oh, the food was so good. Oh, I really enjoyed the food.
I am in the middle of doing a TikTok for it, funnily enough. I was editing it this morning. And it's almost ready to go, TikTok wise. But yeah, I was looking at it, and I mean, I've been twice before. But I've been twice on a Sunday. I'd like to try the Saturday.
Yeah, actually, they did do this. So we did the Sunday brunch, but what was incredible, they had all these salads, unlimited salads, and then you got to go, and then you could have eggs Benedict, eggs Florentine, eggs Royale. All unlimited pancakes, unlimited waffles. So I went and had
cheeses, chutneys,
all of those bits as well. I went and had 3, was it Benedicts? I forget what they call it, Florentine. The one with the fish.
Royale.
So I had 3 of those. On the third time going up, you want more eggs? I said, yes, please. So it was,
he had pancakes and he had waffles.
Yeah, so I had the waffles as well, and they were all freshly made. I was trying to get, I was trying to video them making the fresh waffles and stuff like that. What was funny, there was these 5 women that had just had waffles as well. I was behind them, and they basically got this little store there. So you can put on your pancakes, you can put whipped cream, and they've got crushed nuts, marshmallows. You should have seen these women, the mess they made. You see, I make a mess. They were like sticking a spoon in them, spinning it. It was going everywhere. And I just thought to myself, what on earth? It was getting the marshmallows all over the floor and stuff like that. I thought, oh my life. I sat there and thought,
it's there are certain things that I just don't like in life. Whenever I watch Love Island and they get on the bed with their shoes.
Hang on a minute, we're talking about food here.
Yeah, but hold on a second. And they get to bed with their shoes. Or, like if I open a packet of food or whatever, I like to open it nicely. I'm very much like that. I like to open it. Mark, and everything's going everywhere, and I'm having heart attacks and anxiety.
Oh, you would have had to treat them with these ladies because they were just throwing it everywhere.
And so in my mind, I just think to myself, but why don't you leave it in a better state than when you found it?
No, this was a much worse state. Plus as well, I think what didn't help was so they had chocolate sauce, toffee sauce, and strawberry sauce. Now, they didn't have it in little squeezy bottles. No. They had them in bowls with a spoon. Now, you can imagine what happens there when somebody's doing that and then they're drizzling it on. You've got the drizzle goes everywhere. I was looking though, I just thought to myself, oh, you don't want... And they would not leave the station. They were there for ages.
Yes.
And they could see me there. I was waiting patiently. I'm not going to say anything, but I just sat there and I thought, yeah, in your own time. And then one woman finished, started to go back to her day, and then came back and then cut the line again and went, I thought, all right, finished.
I was filming around the buffet, and I'm very respectful. So I like for people to get all their stuff and all of that, and then I'll start filming. Anyway, so I was going round, and this guy was behind me, and it was almost like he wanted me to get out of the way. So I stopped filming. I let him go, and it was almost like, oh no, I can't trouble her, like kind of thing. So I just stopped filming. I moved out of the way because obviously you're looking to get food, but I'm walking round. So by the time it takes time for someone to put something on there. So why are you behind me? Surely there's things that you want to take. And it was almost like he was just like really behind me. So I just stopped filming, and so that he could walk past me. And it was almost like, now we didn't know what to say, because before he was making out like I was stopping him from getting the stuff. And I wasn't, because I was just walking around. I'm doing a TikTok. I'm not standing and talking about the food. I was just doing a TikTok. So therefore I'm going, but like I said, the reason why we go very early to these places
is
so that we're not disturbing anyone. We're very respectful. I don't like, you know, sort of. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, I need to get.
No, well, we wouldn't do that.
I would
no,
never do that. But I just like to, for everyone to be done, and then I can go and film afterwards, or get there very early and then I can film and all of this type of stuff. And yeah, it was just very, I just felt it was very unnecessary.
Well, funny enough, like I said, we always try to be very respectful, because obviously people are there to eat, you know, and they get priority. So when I'll be filming, I'll be around with my little camera, and then if anyone's there to do it, I'll stop the filming, let them do their bit, and then carry on the film when nobody's around there. So we always try and do that, and always try and work around people, because obviously they're there to eat. We're not really there to film. That's people having the eating. But you do get some people that are quite funny about it.
But obviously, if you're so basically, it's almost like a square take. So where they have two stations, and the stations are square and they're high, and you walk around the station and you choose. And this woman was at the salads for the longest time with her child. Right, they weren't even choosing salad or whatever, and I was just waiting patiently, and I just thought they're doing this on purpose. So I bypassed them and then carried on, and then they moved. Once I bypassed them, that's when they moved. And I just thought, but like, you're standing in front of the salads. How much salad is your child? And we're talking about like a 6-year-old. And I'm thinking, right, well, how much salad is your 6-year-old going to? Because they didn't even have anything on their plates. And there were several salads there to choose from. It's amazing. It's an array of salads. And I don't think there was one bad salad.
You'll get to see it. I was last night, I was painstakingly trying to write all the ingredients in the salad, so you get to see exactly what's in there. So there's a couple of bits I missed, but I might have to go back and fill those bits in. But I've tried to put them in there so you can guys see exactly what's there. Ju said, "Oh, a new lunch pace. I did enjoy your Greg's video the other day." Oh, I remember we did that before we went away. That Greg's video.
Yeah, that was a while ago now.
So we tried to get everything we could on the menu, absolutely everything we could. It was dead cheap. All that came to about 40 quid.
They rang me and they couldn't do two of the items.
Yeah, that's
it was for you. And then they didn't have two of the items.
Yeah, that was right. One of them was a vegan pizza or vegetarian pizza, and there was something else they couldn't do. Yeah. But I've got to say, Greg's is fantastic value, and I did enjoy a lot of that. We tried to put as much stuff out there as we could.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheese melted, said Touche. Right. Touche went with their shoes on. And Kirsty said, first rule in my house: shoes off at the door, 100%.
So we're getting so this is the sort of thing that annoys me.
Kelly will do that here actually.
This is the sort of thing that annoys me. Yeah, there's no shoes allowed in our house, unless the only time I do allow shoes is if we're having, you know, like a party, not a party, but like barbecue, because obviously you're going in and out. You need to go to the toilet. Anyway, the majority of the time in this house, you leave your shoes at the door. And even like people wear shoes in my mum's house all the time, but I always take my shoes off. You take your shoes off.
I do.
Doesn't matter whose house I go to, I always take my shoes off regardless. It's just a thing. This is it's things like that, like the shoes on the bed, like it just blows my mind. Like, stop wearing them high heels. Stop wearing them high heels. Wear them in the evening when you're out, you want to look nice, you want to party, blah, blah, blah. You're wearing heels all day. And then you're going to have the cheek to get on the bed with your... I was just like, and then the guys are wearing their trainers and all of this, and I'm just like thinking, like, it's just... If I was in that house, I don't even know what I would say. And they're all getting on each other's beds with their shoes. No, you think I would allow that on my bed?
Oh, hell no. Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God, no. You'd hear about it.
Oh, we'd be having arguments. We'd be having arguments over shoes.
Kirsty, she would be like you. There's absolutely no way. He's not allowed.
There's no way. Shoes on the bed. Are you joking? Listen.
If you're in Love Island, some guy was trying to chat you up with the shoes on the bed, you'd be more thinking about that.
I wouldn't even be hearing what the man's saying. I wouldn't even be hearing what he's saying, because I'd be like, were you, how, like, Why is there
This
shoes
is not
on
going to
the bed?
work. You got shoes on the bed.
You
Not
got
going to
shoes on
work.
the bed. This is not a thing. Yeah.
Oh, bless. Tu said you can see the care you put towards others in the videos. I hope so.
I hope so.
We really do try and do that. One of the things that's difficult, and one thing I try not to do is film other people. It's hard when it's busy.
Yeah.
But especially children, I try not to get children in a video. That's the one thing I desperately try not to do.
I try not to get so it's very difficult. So especially when you're in a crowded place. So we really try not to get people in the background and all of this stuff. But sometimes people want to be in the video and they're like this.
Yeah.
And all of this type of stuff. Or they're just looking like this.
We've had that a lot. I think we would do. So you'll notice that. So
in the afternoon tea.
The bread ahead, you'll notice that some guy was like this.
No, not the afternoon tea. Oh yeah, that was
bread ahead.
But the other one, Fortnum, and there's a guy in a shirt behind Mark, and he was like looking. So I kind of turned the camera a little bit to cut him out. But yeah, there are so many people that actually, it's one of two things: either they're annoyed at you for filming, or they want to be in it. So it's never just like being normal. But I also think that in the States or in the parks, it's normal. It's more normal, I guess, to see people filming than it is in the UK. Even though in the UK there's so many TikTokers, there's so many vloggers. Like there's been times when I'm watching people doing a TikTok in the middle of whatever, and I'm like, wow, do you know what I mean? But people still aren't used to it yet.
No.
That's I find that quite interesting. Quite interesting that people still aren't used to it, especially I feel in the UK.
Well, do you know what? Like I said, so you'll see that when we come to the bread ahead video, there'll be one right in the air tray. He'll be doing this as he's walking past, or you get some people creeping to shot going.
Yeah, or they're just looking like this.
Well, what you doing as well? Tell them what happened when we were in Brighton when I was doing the introduction to the seafood bar, and you were filming it.
Oh, I can't remember.
The lady with her phone.
Oh yeah, no, we went and this. So okay, so Mark said, "Oh, let's do the intro." And then so where the seafood bar is, it's down on the promenade. It's on the beach practically, and then you have the promenade which is up. So we said, let's go up to the promenade and then we can film down. Anyway, there was a woman who was on her phone and she had her back to us. So I respectfully left a gap, so I'm not in her way. There was another time in Brighton, but I will tell you about that. So respectfully, I left a gap, and then I turned the camera, and I was filming Mark and all of this. Anyway, I could feel this woman behind us, and I thought, is she filming us? And then Mark goes, oh, she's filming me. So I'm like, because in my mind, because I could feel it. I could feel it. And I was in my corner of my eye.
She was on her phone and then she started to go.
Yeah, and she had her back to us before. And then all of a sudden she's turning to us. And I'm just like, oh my God.
That was represented the phone.
But so there was another time. So we were in Brighton. This was in November. And I think we were on our way to afternoon tea, I think it was. So we were on our way to the Grand. And I had the camera and this woman so there was no one there. So I just stood and I was filming. I was talking into the camera. And then this woman came next to me and started muttering. And I was just like, but why? There's the whole promenade. You've got it all. It was all windy. It's November. There's no one here. I'm here. And that day it was so windy. It was windy.
Yeah.
My hair was blowing all over the place. And this woman, out of the whole promenade, decided she wanted to stand next to me. Right? Now, like I said, I don't have a problem, blah, blah, blah. But don't come and stand next to me and then start muttering. Muttering about what? You've got the whole promenade. Go, like, the next one over's got the exact same view. It's just the next one over. And or the next one over beside me. There's two sides of me. And yeah, it's very interesting how people react when there's a camera involved. And the thing is, like I said, we try to be very respectful. We're not antagonists. We don't feel like we've got the right or anything. The reasons why we do the things that we do, which is like going very early or very late and stuff like that, is so that we are not intrusive, because that is my number one priority, is not to make other people feel uncomfortable, and secondly, not to be intrusive of do you know what I mean, people and their time and their experience. Because sometimes Mark will be like, oh, talk louder, but I'm very conscious, because I don't want to disturb other people while they are having their experience. I want them to have their experience, and we want to bring you the experience. Does that make sense? So I'm very conscious, but I feel like down the line, not just yet, but later on down the line, we will get a new camera that has microphone capabilities. The GoPro does, but it's not great with the GoPro is better when it's outside, because obviously it's a GoPro rather than inside. But we will get a new camera at some point, which does, where we can then use the DJI, and then we can film like comfortably and not, you know, not have to talk as loud as sometimes that we do.
You said, talking about the shoes off, I can't be comfy chilling at home. Plus, you can't ground yourself without the shoes on. They do say that, actually.
Yeah.
They say about grounding yourself. I've not done it, but people said you should take your shoes and socks off and go outside and ground on, but it has to be on grass or sand. You can't do it on concrete. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to try
man-made, but
yeah.
But with grass, it's Mother Nature. It's natural, and it's all of that type of stuff. Yeah.
Because he said, I don't mind people videoing or taking photos, because I like looking back at the photos and videos I took at places we've visited.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. Yeah, it's true. I think it's that thing. It only gets weird if someone's filming you like that girl was, but you know, but we would never do that. Funny enough, I've only ever had someone approach me once and say, did you film me? And I said, no, I didn't. I was filming this bit. But I'll tell you what, I will watch the video and I will make sure. Funny enough, it just so happened, because I was videoing, it's when we were on the terrace on the roof, 126 Gardens or something, whatever it's called.
Oh, right. Yeah, I vaguely remember.
He came out the lift, but I was filming something else. And actually, as I checked the footage, he wasn't on there, so it was fine. But I would have taken him off if he was there. But that's the only time it's happened. But I would never go out and
we don't film specific people. We don't go around filming specific people or anything like that. Unless it was something like a parade, or, you know, something where you are supposed to be specifically filming whatever it is, like an open air show or whatever. But yeah, we don't specifically. And whenever, if I'm on a market stall, or if we're ever in a restaurant, I always ask our server, do you mind if we film you? I always ask the server.
So if you see the server talking, where they have given their permission.
I say, do you mind if we film you? And they'll say yay or nay or whatever. And I don't think I've come across somebody that said no yet.
No. Well, actually, most of the servers we don't mind it at all. If they or sometimes if I haven't asked them, I'll just film the produce and you'll hear them talk in the background, so you can't actually tell.
You can't see who they are and stuff like that.
But most of them say they just go that's fine. But I try and do it so we film and you hear them in the background. It must be off-putting if they do. I mean, you wouldn't want somebody filming you at work. So
but also there's one guy that I watch who does a lot of filming, and he goes in and out of hotels and stuff like that. But when they say to him, oh, I don't want to, he gets like really like a little bit offended by it, kind of thing. Goes, oh, I suppose they don't want free promotion then. They don't want free this, or they don't want free that.
Not everybody wants to be filmed.
But not everybody wants to be filmed. And I feel like you have to respect that. If somebody doesn't want to be filmed, they don't want to be filmed. And that's the end of that. There's no argument to be had. And so if somebody doesn't want to appear in something, or if you've but also he doesn't respectfully ask them either. He just starts filming and they say, no, can you not film in here? I go, oh yeah, I suppose they don't want free promotion then. I suppose they don't want but that's not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is that person doesn't want to be filmed, and you have to respect that. And that's all there is to it. It's a person's right whether they want to be or not want to be, and blah blah blah. And if you have to reshoot your scene again, you have to reshoot your scene again. Simple as that.
Two said, husband goes barefoot, and I believe you should be able to take your shoes off at school or work, etc. Yes, places are funny about that, you know.
I do take off my shoes. It's rare, but there is one girl in the office who walks around barefoot. But I do take my shoes off every now and again, because sometimes, and you wear your shoes the majority of the time, right?
Yeah.
The only time I don't wear, I suppose mine is 50-50, because as soon as I get home, I don't wear shoes, and I don't wear shoes again until I'm going out. So I suppose my feet get that break 50-50. But sometimes at work, my feet do feel hot or constricted, and I will take them out of my trainers, and I will walk around the office without my shoes. It's rare because I don't do it every day, but I would say maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month or something like that, I guess.
Where are we? Tushi said, yeah, especially if you're having an off day, you just get a camera and shoved in your face. Yeah, no, we're totally conscious of that, so that's what we try.
Very.
Tesco meal deals.
Tesco meal deals. How are you? It's been a minute.
Yeah, she goes, hello, it's been a while since I joined. Well, not a problem. How are you doing?
Welcome. We're happy and lovely to have you.
And how have you been?
Yeah.
What have you been up to? We were just talking about our favourite thing, of course, our little food reviews.
There was something I was talking about a few weeks ago, and I was thinking about your Tesco meal deals, and I can't remember what it was. And I had you in my mind.
You were always on my mind.
I was talking about it, and I can't remember what it was now. But yeah. But you all are, like, if I think of something, or if I think in my mind, or I say to my, oh yeah, you know, Sam would like this. This is so up Sam's. Or Tushi would love this. Oh, look at this. Yeah, she's gonna love this. Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always something related that I think, oh, you know, oh look, this would be right up St. Cot Street.
Yeah,
I love this. You know, or something like that.
Okay, Kirsty wants to go here or something.
Yeah, you all come into my mind at some point. Or sometimes with 345 Berry, if I come across like a hand dryer, or if I get into a lift, I'm thinking, oh yeah, this.
Yeah, Lauren will like this.
Lauren will like this. Blah blah blah. And you know, we think of you all. Whenever we're filming or doing something, even Liam, I'll be like, I wonder if Liam would be. I wonder if this will be Liam's tablet. We you know, we always think of you. And even Sparks, like we haven't seen Sparks for a while, but sometimes she'll sort of like drop a message on one of the videos or something, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I think this will be for Sparks, and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting what pops in my mind when I think, oh yeah, and I have one of you in mind going, oh yeah, I think this person will like that.
Yeah, exactly. So we always think of that, think of you guys as well.
Yeah.
And do like the few. That's why we're trying to do the big. It's like a big family. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kirsty said hello, by the way. She said, I'm the same, out and about. I think of my MK family. Oh, bless. And we're so blessed to have you all, because it's such a nice community we got. Hey, Lauren. Talking of Lauren.
Talking of Lauren, there we go. We were just talking about you, Lauren.
We were just wondering as well, how are you getting on?
We were just saying, like, if I get into a lift or I see a hand dryer, and I think to myself, oh, I think Lauren would like this. Yeah.
We would do that. Funny enough, I remember actually, Lauren, when you first joined, actually, one of our first videos we did after you joined was when we did the shard of the Peter Pan afternoon tea. And I was saying to let's get, when we go in the lift, I said, film the lift so Lauren can see it.
Film the lift. No, that wasn't the Peter Pan one. That was when we did the ting.
No, it's Peter Pan. It was the Peter Pan one, the first one we did. So I was getting film the lift.
We couldn't do, because I remember with the ting, somebody was behind us and we couldn't film, but that was definitely ting.
Yeah, we did both. You need to get a lift up to go up to the shop.
Oh yeah, it's the same lift.
Oh yeah, popping in. Good. I won't be here on Friday because I'm away. I was getting mixed up. I thought it's Florida already, but it's not Florida.
No, it's not Florida yet.
For a while.
Not for a while. Not for a while.
Okay, well, lovely to see Lauren.
Lovely to see you, Lauren.
Still watching the Pokemon series?
Or playing Pokemon.
Oh, I'm playing Pokemon as well. I know you're playing it. But she
was
watching the series as well. Yeah, so you're off on Friday. Not to worry as well. We will be here on Friday as we always do. So just quickly on what we're doing. Did I catch that fly? I don't know how I got it. I'm craving some spicy noodles so bad. What spicy noodles did you have?
I haven't had any spicy noodles for a while. Yeah, but it wasn't spicy. Or maybe it was, and I just can't tell these days. Because sometimes I can't tell when things are spicy because I'm used to it. Not too spicy, by the way. But when things are spicy, sometimes I can't tell that they're spicy.
Spice, baby. So we did do Wagamama's on the weekends.
Yeah.
But they're not spicy. What kind of spices do you want, Tesco meal deals? Is there one specific brand you want?
Me and a colleague were talking about bucatini noodles. So because he has Italian roots, and he goes, oh yeah, I really love bucatini. I love bucatini as well. So bucatini are the noodles with the hole in the middle. But the problem with bucatini noodles is when you're going like this, you're also breathing in through the hole that is in the pasta. So you're trying to suck up the noodle, but you can't because you're just breathing through the hole. But Marks and Spencer's do a really nice spicy bucatini prawn noodles. Very nice. Italian noodles, obviously.
Well, so Tesco Meal said, I had the Buldak Korean ones, but I can't have the whole spice pack. So I save it. Today I made some pasta, didn't have noodles, and put some in of the sauce in. My sister thought I'd gone crazy.
Why are you putting that in the Italian? It's Chinese. Why are you doing Italian?
Tesco Meal Deal said the craving is real. Is it the cravings are real?
Do you know what though? Like a lot of people, obviously, pasta and noodles are similar, right? They're very similar. I don't find them the same because I find that sometimes with pastas, it's a lot more wheat, if that makes sense. It's heavier than what, for me, in my opinion, than what noodles are, and there is a difference. But you wouldn't believe the amount of people that think that noodles and pasta's the same thing. They're similar because of the base, but they're not the same thing. Not to my mind, anyway.
I thought the reason why pasta is in Italy is because Marco Polo brought it back from China. That's what I thought. So it is actually noodles.
It is actually from China, yes, and supposedly brought over to Italy. I know there's going to be a big thing now, but
what have I started?
Yeah, exactly.
So where are you going to get these noodles from Tesco Meal Deals?
Well, the craving was real. She had the pasta.
If the craving is real, I think it's also the texture's different. Pasta is a lot harder. Noodles are just very soft and kind of fluffy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to explain. No, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. So how are you going to quell these cravings? What are you going to do? Are you going to go out and get some? Please do a hotel series. Favorite hotels in London or hotels you visited.
Okay.
This is a request from Kirsty.
Funnily enough, Kirsty, so I was today trying to do so part of the Florida series, we normally do, wherever we go, we normally do a room review. Do you think I could find that room review? I could not. I found the laundry room, but I couldn't find the hotel, so I'll have to have a deeper dive.
I'm sorry, I've got it in my laptop.
Yeah, I'll have to have a deeper dive, and because I want to add it to the laundry room. But yes, we will do a series. It's a bit of a tricky one because the way that I would do a hotel series would be in that country, how many hotels have I done? So in Brussels, we've done about 3 or 4 possibly. Yeah. So we've done the Warwick, we've done the Hilton, and we did the Radisson Blu.
Yes.
So that for me would be one that I could possibly look at. In Paris, I think we've only done 2 because I think we've only been to Paris a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I think we've got like 2 or 3 for Paris possibly. So I feel like I would have to stay at several different hotels. I think in Vegas, how many have we stayed in Vegas? 3.
3 different ones.
3 different ones in Vegas, but one doesn't exist anymore.
No, that's true. So the other thing is what we were thinking of doing for this channel is obviously doing food from hotels. So we did want to do some brunches in hotels. So hotels do some really nice breakfast and brunches. And you can just walk in from the street and get them and do them.
Well, that wasn't quite the idea. I think mine's slightly different to your idea. My idea is to do a breakfast series. So it's not based on a hotel per se.
No, but some would be at the hotel.
But some would be at the hotel. There's 2 in particular that I'm thinking of that we would do breakfast there. and then there are a couple of brunches. But the premise of that would be an all you can eat, let's say. So so when you're spending your money, so in my mind, this is the way I think about something. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the calories? Right? So in my mind, I just think to myself, well, how can the money stretch for the average person? Because we're I'm the average person. And so if you're working and you're working an average job, or you want to save money to go to a specific place, how feasible is it? And is the quality and the money worth it? Now, for me, pound for pound, carvery all day, Toby carvery all day long. It's relatively inexpensive, and it's an all you can eat, bar the meat, that is, but it's an all you can eat and all of that type of stuff. And there are even ways to make it even cheaper, like a too good to go. So you can't afford to go and do £10, let's say, but you can do £3 on a too good to go, and you will get a sizable meal for that. You don't know what you're going to get, but you can get a sizable meal. So in my mind, when I'm planning something, so when we're sort of like deciding, right, what we're going to do, where we're going to go, if it's like a brunch or a breakfast or an all you can eat, that's the kind of thing that I will look for. And like when we did the Ned, now the Ned is one of our popular videos, but it's unrealistically expensive.
It's over £100 per person.
It's now £100 per person, right? So you go, you get a welcome drink. Now, I feel for the average person, £100 on one meal is a lot to spend, and that's per person. But when you think about it, and you're thinking about, okay, do you want to do it as a special occasion? Is it like a special anniversary of some type? Is it a special birthday of some type, and all of that? Maybe that is a choice where you might go. The architecture in that place, because it's an old bank, is amazing.
Yeah.
The architecture is unsurpassed. And then you have so if you like lobster and if you like oysters, £100 is nothing then, because it's all you can eat lobster and all you can eat oysters. Now, if you go to the average place and you go and eat oysters and you go and eat lobster, it's going to cost you more than £100. But here, you have 90 minutes and you have all those salads. You have the oysters, you have the lobster, you have the roast, and it's roast pork, beef, and chicken. You also have poached salmon. You have avocado on toast. So they're quite luxury. It's quite a luxury type buffet rather than your average buffet that we would go to. So you then have to calculate it. So in my mind, I'm thinking, right, can the average person afford it? Is it a place that you'd want to go to? Would you want to go on a special occasion? It's not something you can do once a week. It's too ridiculously expensive.
Unless you got the money.
Unless you got the money.
So just Kirsty, quickly on your hotel thing. Did you, when you say your review, do you mean actually review the hotel itself, or is it the food inside? So we get to stay. Is that what you were saying? Oh no, actually, one that we visited, she was saying.
Of the ones that we visited, I mean, we haven't stayed in too many in London,
no,
have we?
No, not only that as well. I'm just thinking, because we haven't been on holiday for a long time. So this is the one we had in May was the first holiday we had since 2019. So I'm just thinking the other videos we've stayed at might be a bit old. But yeah, we'll have a look into that.
We will as time goes on, because we'll build up our holidays again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it'll be more recent. So that is one thing that we will look at. I will make a note of it.
Yeah, but thank you. That's a good suggestion.
For sure. Thank you.
Jessica Mills has said, tomorrow I'm going to get myself a pack of noodles. So excited. Oh, why don't you treat yourself to now? Yeah, exactly. Just eat, Deliveroo.
Treat yourself to a little
It's only a text away.
But you know what? Because she works in Tesco, it makes sense. It makes sense to get your stuff in Tesco.
Touche went, Toby, where?
Right.
Oh, exactly. We will do another Toby carvery, actually.
Because somebody else was asking in the last live live before that. And then I think somebody was asking about us doing an Indian or something.
Yes, no, that was
it
Tia. So yeah, we will do an Indian. We have got on the radar. I get paid soon, so I think we'll do it after payday if we can do that. There we are.
But yeah.
No, I was going to say. Anyway, guys, we've gone 8 o'clock. I think we will leave the live just there. But thank you again so much for joining us. We had such great fun talking to you, as we always do.
We always do.
And again, so we want our big heartfelt thanks and love and hugs and support to Pavan and to Sam. I know, and Tush, of course, and everybody else who's having a bit of a tough time of it as well. We're sorry to hear that, guys. And like I said, we're there for support if you want to talk. Open forum as well. If you do want to talk outside, we do have our about page and everything on there. You can message us as well. Oh yes, Kirsty said yes. I would say if you stayed at the hotels, then review, but equally a hotel, restaurant, bar review is also useful.
So yes, when we go to Lanzarote, the thing is, if we know the hotels, we pretty much always stay at the same hotel.
Yeah,
but
so we do need to
change
mix
that a bit, because Mark doesn't like change, especially if he likes something. He will want to go back to that place.
Creature habit.
Yeah, creature of habit. If I'm going to somewhere like Florida or something like that, I like to stay in a suite where, not a fancy suite, by the way, but just your generic suite where you have like a kitchenette. So you have like a stove, and I don't mean a microwave, just a stove.
So asked, did you eat all of the bertha? There's a tiny bit left. There is a tiny. I knew you'd ask.
Yeah. Did you eat all of the bertha?
I had most of it. I've got to say, St. Cot, but it was very nice. Oh, St. Cot, if you get it, one bit of advice: if you get it, put double cream on it. My God, it elevates it even higher. Double cream. Yeah, especially in London where it's expensive to visit for the. But we will do that. We will do that.
Yeah. We've stayed in a couple, but yeah.
Double cream, St. Cot. Try it, double cream. You will not be disappointed.
And if anyone's in London, definitely go to Fortnum and Mason. They are doing the Knickerbocker Glory. That is also get baked, and I really want to try it. And as St. Cot said, they're only there for a couple of months. I really got to get down and try it.
Anyway, guys, as always, do look after yourselves. Do take care, and remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will see you. That is it from our Kelly's Trips, Tips, and Things for today. But we will be back this Friday, 6:30 UK time. Until then, do look after yourselves. Much love from Kelly and I. We will look forward to seeing you then. And don't forget,
melt my cheese.
You know it. Or Georgina said, is it eat my cheese? What was it?
Yeah, so Georgina commented on the video. She goes, you didn't say eat my cheese. And I said, I don't normally say it on the videos. I only say it on the lives. And it's melt my cheese.
You know it. Take care, guys. Look after yourselves. And we'll see you Friday.
See you Friday.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.